Yo, every week I scour the interwebs to find juicy free games for you to enjoy. So I wanna jump right in because we have a handful of games to check out starting on the Epic Store. Unless you've been living under a rock, you know that Epic are running their Epic Mega Sale of 2024, offering you some heavy-hitting free games to choose from. And the first free game of the event is the AAA super juicy Dragon Age Inquisition Game of the Year Edition. Wow, that even rhymes. I should have been a rapper. Anyway, the Game of the Year edition includes the critically acclaimed game that's won something like 1500 awards and all 3 official DLC or add-ons, Jaws of Hakan, The Descent and The Trespassers. This bad boy is really juicy. I really enjoyed it when it originally came out back in 2014 or something like that. The mix of characters, visual goodness and storytelling really made this stick out in a sea of crappy games. To be fair, the only thing that really bothered me was the lack of optimization and that it was an EA game requiring the EA bullshit launcher. But considering it's 100% free of charge, I think it's an absolute worth parking in your digital library. It's been a while since Epic gave away a new serious AAA game and not done a rinse and repeat and thrown some free game at us that it's given away before. Unfortunately, I've seen a lot of screenshots of people being restricted to download the game depending on where they live. It seems it's mostly African or Middle Eastern countries and North Korea of course that are restricted for some odd reason. If you're not living in one of those countries, then I suggest you go and take this bad boy. You have until May 23rd to pick it up before it gets replaced by the second mystery game of the event. If you're quick, you can get your hands on RPG Maker Unite free trial, which I guess is an RPG maker of some sort. I mean, to be honest, I couldn't be bothered to install it, so there's also that. But I guess if you complete about 40% of the tutorials, then you're qualified to release hentai games on Steam. So for your upcoming hentai game creators, here you go. That's kinda it for Epic this week. Well, to be fair, there's also a sale going on, the mega sale, on some heavy-hitting games. So if you're interested in violating your wallet for a few days, then don't forget to go there and do some browsing on the store. By the way, if you want to stay up to date on free games and get them served to you in this quick and quirky setting, then do us both a favor and smash the subscribe button and like the video if you want to be extra nice. Thanks. Oh, and links to all of the games mentioned in this video are in the description and they take you straight to the deal. Let's jump to Steam, where we can start with Endless Legend, which is a 4X turn-based fantasy game by the creators of Endless Space and Dungeon of the Endless. Here, you have to control every aspect of your civilization as you struggle to save your homeworld Arugia. Speaking directly to the big brain strategy boys out there. Gameplay-wise, Endless Legend is a 4X turn-based strategy with tactical battles and some RPG elements. The main focus is strategy, particularly expanding your empire and developing your cities, as the cities control the whole regions that they're built in, and that's very nice. And as your city's population grows, you can build up your cities, visibly expanding them from small settlements and to megapolises that cover entire regions that they're in. A good way to describe this bad boy is as follows, and it's like if Civilizations and Heroes of Might and Magic had a baby and they actually raised it pretty well. I'm not sure exactly how long it's free, so if you're into 4X strategy games, then head on over to Steam and secure this bad boy in your digital library. Another freebie and a game I also do not understand is 100% Orange Juice. 100% Orange Juice is a digital multiplayer board game populated by the developer Orange Juice's all-star cast, which I also don't know. I don't really know how to explain this one other than it's some anime flavored board game with the cuteness overload and dice. To be fair, 100% Orange Juice is sitting in with very positive reviews at around 25,000 reviews, so they're clearly doing something right, and it could just be my boomer brain who's not updated. I saw a really fun Steam review that said fun and cute, but at times seems more rigged than a Mario Party or North Korean elections, so let's leave it at that. There is a time limit for this one, so you have until the May 22nd to pick it up, and as always, just follow the link in the description if you're interested. Next up, you can claim Machinika Museum, which is a mystery game where you discover beautiful and mysterious machines of extraterrestrial origins in a pretty atmospheric, galaxy-spanning 3D puzzle game. Will your brain be big enough for you to be able to understand their stories and discover what happens to their previous owner? Only you will know. It's not something that I've played before, so I couldn't tell you if it's worth the asking price of $0, but it's also sitting in with very positive reviews and free to keep until the 27th of May. Next, I want to take another quick look at Mind the Abyss, which is a fast-paced movement shooter that combines the fourth dimensional abilities and ever-evolving weaponry within an alien planet. It has fairly smooth gameplay, and that's important in these types of games. I haven't decided whether it's a good looker or a bad looker as of writing this. I guess it's somewhere in the middle. It's fairly short, so be warned. I think it's kind of a demo more than a full game. Well, it is in early access, but still. If you have fairly decent coordination, then give this bad boy a go, it will probably make you smile. Next up, I want to take a look at Behavior Interactive's new game, What the Fog, which is a roguelike that promises team-based monster hunting in the shoes of characters known from Dead by Daylight. The game's price has been set at $4.99, but currently you can snag a free What the Fog Steam key from the developer's site. In order to get your juicy fingers and a free copy of the game, head on to the Behavior Interactive site link below. If you don't have an account yet, you need to create one, take the required consent, and finally link the profile with your Steam account. And then you will receive the What the Fog Steam key, and that's about it. Also, your email is probably going to be nuked beyond recognition with the marketing emails from Behavior Interactive, but you gotta live with that. Next up, we have Capybara, the story of Sisyphus, which is which is a game about a very lazy capybara who wants to take a bath at the top of the mountain. To do this, the capybara must gain juicy speed and cling to the obstacles with a rope with a barrel at the end for some reason. I think the developer must have been locked in a basement surrounded by fungus on the wall or mushrooms coming down the ceiling or something, because how on earth do you come up with this shit? I guess the world needed a 360-degree spinning, oversized rat. It's sitting in with positive reviews nonetheless, so what the hell do I know? Go check it out if you're interested. Next, I want to take a look at Living Dead, which is a fun co-op wave-based 3D shooter from a top-down point-of-view perspective. The game takes place in a simulation of a zombie shooter, and the goal is to survive as many waves as possible. The key is to survive all of the waves that get harder for each level. I mean, we know the gameplay type of thing. I think the idea is good, but it's clear to see that this bad boy needs a bit more polish here and there. Considering it's from an indie studio, and hopefully they continue to work and update the game, I think we might have something that's pretty fun here, especially if you have one of those things called a friend to play with. Last but not least, a quick mention to Mini Airways Prologue, a real-time management game where you play the role of an air traffic controller. Here you have to clear aircraft for takeoff and landing and direct them to their destination. As a guy who actually works in aviation, I thought it was fun. It's not too complicated, but just complicated enough. It's a prologue, so it's fairly limited, but it gives you a decent understanding of the game that it's expected sometime in Q3. I think on my first try I made it to something like 50 airplanes, so give it a go and let me know if you beat my score. And that pretty much brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks a lot for taking the time to watch my video. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Subscribe if you haven't, why not? Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.